Welcome back to my Jets Connected franchise here on Madden 19. Last week we got absolutely demolished by the Bengals. Kind of surprising, their team isn't particularly strong. You know, sometimes in Madden, with all Madden sliders, you can force Aaron Rodgers to throw like 7 interceptions, and you can also get dotted up by Andy Dalton, so anything can really happen. Here's a look at the team. It's a 78 overall. I think I always go over the team. I probably shouldn't, because I'm sure the majority of the people who watch this have seen the previous episodes, at least some of them. But today, we can bring back Leonard Williams. I'm not going to try to bring back everyone I can here right away in case some stuff goes down, but I think Leonard Williams is for sure a player I want on this team for as long as this series goes. So let's give him a 6-year contract, $7 million salary, bring his signing bonus down a little bit. He's coming back to the team. We saved a little bit of money there, I think, just in a per-year cap situation. Jordan Jenkins, I think I want on the team. I'm going to refrain from bringing him back now, though. Darren Lee, I'm going to want. Who else is here, though? So, Lack Edwards, probably bring him back. Terrence Brooks, I don't think I'm going to bring him back. I can easily replace him in free agency. Rashad Robinson, Kevin Pierre-Louis, Brandon Shell, Equinemius St. Brown. I feel like all those guys are kind of replaceable, but obviously it depends what happens the rest of the season. I don't really want to make any decisions right now. I just definitely knew I wanted to bring back Leonard Williams. So we have no experience points to use. I don't really think I have too much to go over here. The team is set to take on the Steelers, who are also very good. They are 2-1. Let's check out their roster, and let's see if we can beat them. Big Ben, still the quarterback of the Steelers. Mason Rudolph, Joshua Dobbs, of course, still behind him. Le'Veon Bell, still on the Steelers here. James Conner, only a 74 overall in this roster. Of course, I started this pretty early in the actual NFL season. It might have even been before week 1. I'm not entirely sure. And then Sistik Rice is the third-string running back. Maybe a power back here? 84 trucking, definitely looks like it. 3 pretty powerful running backs there. Roosevelt Nix is the fullback. Antonio Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, James Washington are the wide receivers, so strong group there, of course. Vance McDonald, Todd Connolly, and Kona Bykert? I'm going to say Bykert there. So these guys are insanely slow, and they both can't catch. So these guys are both definitely blocking tight ends. Vance McDonald will be the primary receiver there. Alejandro Villanueva, left tackle. John Miller, different left guard there. Marquise Pouncey, the center. David DeCastro, of course, the right guard. Marcus Gilbert, the right tackle. Cameron Hayward, player we're definitely going to have to look out for at left end. Stephon Tuitt, another good 3-4 defensive end at right end. And then Javon Hargrave, the starting defensive tackle. Bud Dupree will probably be rushing off the left. I'm not sure exactly who's in their sub-packages and all that good stuff, but I'm sure it's Bud Dupree there. Ryan Shazier starting at middle. Vince Williams also here. I think this team should still run a 3-4, so both those guys should get significant play time. We'll definitely see Ryan Shazier back in the field as well. And then TJ Watts rushing off that right end likely. Artie Burns, Joe Hayden, Avery Malone as the corners. Not a particularly strong group. Artie Burns is an 84 overall. He's not bad. In real life, I don't think he's performing that well. Joe Hayden, though, is playing well, or played well this past season. And then Avery Malone, very fast, 73 overall, though. Can't cover too well, has good man coverage. Not that great zone, though. Sean Davis is the starting free safety. Morgan Burnett, Terrell Edmonds is also here, but Morgan Burnett will be the starting strong safety. Steven Gostkowski is the kicker, and then Drew Kaiser will be the punter. So the team is still very strong, you know, for the Steelers. Of course, one of the best offenses in the NFL. Let's see if our defense can stop them, though. In Week 4 here, the New York Jets are traveling to Heinz Field to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Jets were just obliterated and embarrassed by the Bengals last week, so let's see if they can, you know, snap their 1-game losing streak. Let's see if they can not make it 2 in a row. Fireworks are launching off, though. The game's about to begin. It's a rainy day, so the Jets will likely have to rely on the run game pretty heavily. Darnold isn't too accurate when it's not raining, so he's not going to be accurate while it is raining. So, you know, the Steelers have an incredibly potent offense led by Antonio Brown there. Le'Veon Bell, Big Ben, Juju Smith-Schuster, all insanely good players. A great offensive line, so it's going to be a handful for the Jets defense here. But Avery Cross, the rookie running back, has been performing pretty well. He didn't get fed too much last week because the Jets were down most of the game. He had 16 carries for 74 yards, did have a long of 12, but I think he had like 7 catches, something like that for around 100 yards. So he's contributing very heavily in the pass game. So the Jets will start off with a run here to Avery Cross, taking it up the middle and going down to the 48-yard line. Not a bad way to start off a game. 1 rush for 12 yards already. You can see his like seasonal stats down there. Nothing too flashy, but he is contributing a lot, like I mentioned earlier, in the passing game. Tevin Coleman now checks into the game, takes another handoff here for a 9-yard rush. So the Jets are starting off pretty well in the run department right now, but there was a rush for a loss of 3 on second down, so we'll bring up a 3rd and 4. Sam Darnold fires to Jordan Leggett, a player we don't see too often. Gets a 20-yard completion there taking this one to the 26-yard line, but we will be at the 27 now. 3rd and 10. Sam Darnold steps up in the pocket. Very clean pocket there. Finds Anderson for the first down, taking it to the 7-yard line. But this Jets offense is horrible within the 10-yard line, so let's see what they can do here. It's 3rd and goal. Not a good decision there from Darnold. Tried to force it in there. Definitely should have been intercepted, but the Jets will be lucky enough to settle for a field goal here. Big Ben now gets his turn. 3rd down and 6. Huge sack there from Henry Anderson, but it's going to be a penalty. He went too low. It's going to be roughing the passer, so instead of that sack, it will be a huge gain for the Steelers. Big Ben now chilling in the pocket. Doesn't have to move at all. Fires to Juju Smith-Schuster, who is quickly wrapped up there by Darren Lee. But not until he picked up the first down. 1st and 10 now. Le'Veon Bell hasn't done too much so far, but spins out of that tackle attempt. Tries to juke out of another tackle attempt with Jamal Adams, but is forced out of bounds. It was his 2nd carry, and he now has 25 yards. Marcus May, though, blowing up this 3rd and 2 for a loss of 5, and that will force the Steelers to settle for a field goal. So the score is 3-3. Now the Jets now have the ball back. Sam Darnold, 3rd and 11, fires this one to Avery Cross, who is not going to pick up the first down. Picks up a gain of 10, and the Jets are going for it here. Could be a stupid decision, or it could pay off very well. Burton takes the handoff. Does he have the necessary yardage? It does not look like it. The Steelers offense running back out onto the field. They do not convert the 4th down. 1st and 10. Big Ben dropping back. No one even near him for the Jets pass rush. Able just to, chill, scan the field for a while. He finds Antonio Brown for the first down there. 1st and 10 now. Out of the pistol is Big Ben. Again, no one in his face. No pass rush at all right now. Vance McDonald catches this one in the flat. 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, 3 missed tackles from the Jets. They really need to start wrapping up a little bit better. They have good tacklers. They're just being too eager, trying to hit stick, trying to force fumbles, all that good stuff. 3rd and inches, and Jamal Adams nearly jumps that route on Vance McDonald. That would have been a pick 6 for sure. I highly doubt anyone on the Steelers would have caught up to Jamal Adams there. 3rd and 10 now. Sam Darnold doesn't like anything he sees, so he just elects to scramble and slides down on the Steelers logo there for a gain of 12. Another 3rd down, though. 3rd down has been the best friend of the Jets so far this game. Sam Darnold touch pass here to Dallas Goedert. Catches it for the first down. Darnold 6 for 10, 63 yards. Not doing too well, but not doing too badly, I guess. 1st and 10. Darnold trying to set up the play action. Trying to roll to his right, but is sacked from behind by T.J. Watt. Trent Brown, I'm assuming, just got beat there, and the Jets would eventually settle for a field goal on that drive. Le'Veon Bell takes this 3rd and 1 handoff to the outside. Absolutely no one near him. Tremaine Johnson trying to catch up to him, and he will be able to track him down, but not until Le'Veon takes it to the 29-yard line, and then Trevor Williams goes down. So that was a horrible play for the Jets. 2nd and 6 now. Big Ben, a bit frantic in the pocket, throws this one to Vance McDonald, but Avery Williamson is there to intercept the pass. The Jets will take possession there at like the 7-yard line, but I'm pretty sure a sack would result in a 3rd and 12 at some point. Sam Darnold, though, surveying the field, taking a shot deep. Actually has a player there. It's Kewan McGee, but the pass is barely underthrown. You'd like to see Sam Darnold complete that. That could have been a touchdown if Darnold had a stronger arm. But 1st and 10 now for the Steelers. Score 6-6 still. And Big Ben goes down. This time Henry Anderson does not go too low, recording his 2nd sack of the game. 3rd and 18. Let's see if the Steelers can get off the field here. See if the Jets defense can do anything nice. Big Ben stepping up, throwing this one to the outside, nearly intercepted there. That definitely should have been an interception. Potentially a pick 6 as well. Kind of doubt it because a lot of the Steelers players were downfield there. But 1st and 10, Darnold sacked. Defensive game right now. No one can even do anything in these weather conditions. 3rd and 16, Darnold sets up the play action, dropping back. Has a player wide open over the middle. That's who he decides to throw it to. It's Robbie Anderson. But Anderson does not run the route far enough, and he does not pick up the first down. So the Jets won't make the same mistake again. They will punt the ball away. The Steelers now in the middle of their next drive at the 39-yard line. Big Ben checks it down to Le'Veon Bell, who picks up about 15 yards along with a first down. 1st and 10 now. Big Ben goes with a play action to Le'Veon Bell. Roethlisberger in the pocket. Nobody even close to him at all. He eventually takes a sack, actually fumbles the football, but 2 Steelers offensive linemen rush to it. Gilbert is the one who picks it up. And now it's 3rd and 24. Definitely outside of field goal range with these weather conditions, but the Jets are just kind of play conservative, not letting anything up too deep, and Juju Smith-Schuster catches the pass. The Jets would get the ball back before halftime, not do anything with it, and now the Steelers have the ball with not much time left, and this pass here will set up a very easy field goal for Steven Gostkowski again. So, all field goals in the first half. The Steelers have this one 12-6. Very poor effort, honestly, by both offenses. The Steelers' offense looked a lot better. Barring like a 1 turnover, their offense looked pretty good. But let's check out a couple games here. The Cowboys and the Dolphins are going at it. Ryan Tannehill right now is 1 for 6 for 9 yards. You can see the receiver they're showing is Kenny Stills. He doesn't even have a catch. I'm not sure who had that catch. It was probably a running back, but Kenny Stills was apparently their best receiver there, and he didn't even do anything. The Titans, though, 21-7. Deion Lewis, 3 touchdowns at this point. Marcus Mariota, only 2 incomplete passes in the entire quarter. In the entire half, 163 yards as well. And then the Raiders and the Chiefs are playing. And the Raiders are 3-0, the Chiefs are 0-3. You'd think that would be switched, considering, who's on each roster. But Patrick Mahomes, 2 touchdowns. The Chiefs are winning this one 14-10 in a very close divisional game. But let's get into the second half of this one here. The score is 12-6. I already mentioned that. The Steelers are up. They have the football. Le'Veon Bell running well right now. Great blocking by the offensive line. Le'Veon almost at 100 yards, just essentially in the first half. Takes another handoff here. Will easily be over the 100-yard mark on this one. Makes Marcus May look horrible, and then 2 other players miss tackles, and Le'Veon Bell runs for like a 54-yard touchdown. I couldn't tell which side of the 50 they were at, but still, that was a huge play for the Steelers. That's the first touchdown scored of this game. Tevin Coleman trying to recreate Le'Veon Bell's magic there with his own rush. I think Avery Cross got injured at some point. I think currently Tevin Coleman and Jeremy Hill are the 2 running backs in that package, and that's normally not the case. So Tevin Coleman will take this screen pass normally for Avery Cross, but Coleman is faster than Cross, so he can get to the outside a little bit better. He's definitely a great receiving back as well. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 on this Jets drive. Handoff goes to Tevin Coleman. It's a delayed handoff, trying to make a man miss. Cannot do that, but Coleman has been the star of this drive so far. Doesn't get that much playing time, but still is quite a bit of a factor in this offense. 1st and 10, Darnold throwing it to Robbie Anderson. Nearly picks up the first down, does not get the necessary yardage. Picks up 9, though. 2nd and inches. Tevin Coleman is the running back. The handoff goes to him. He's going to run this one up the middle, fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. That was a great drive there from Tevin Coleman. That's exactly what the Jets needed. Now the score is 20-13. Also, the Steelers got a 2-point conversion at some point, making the score 20 to whatever it was before. But now Scott with a huge catch there. I'm sorry, I don't know what his actual full name is. But now, 2nd and 4, Big Ben. No one in his face again. This has been the story of this one. Fires downfield to Antonio Brown, who beats by the coverage. It was a cover 2. He ran a deep post. That was bound to get open eventually. The Jets were just banking on their pass rushers to get home. No one did, though. 1st and goal, Big Ben fires to a wide open Vance McDonald for another touchdown here. 27-13. The first half was very boring in the touchdown department, but the second half already has been a lot more exciting, and it's only like halfway through the 3rd quarter. A little bit more than that. Darnold, though, setting up the play action, fires this one to the outside. That was actually intended for Anderson. That was just a pretty bad overthrow, nearly intercepted. You can see Sam Darnold 9 for 20. Cannot pass the ball well right now with these weather conditions. Le'Veon Bell, though, taking this handoff, fighting through some contact, picking up the first down. The crappy thing about this is that Darnold's kind of forced to throw the ball since the Jets are down. They can't really rely on the run too much right now. And, the Jets would obviously like to rely on the run since the weather conditions are so bad. But Jordan Jenkins just casually logs his 3rd sack of the game, having very quietly a nice game. 2nd and 19, Big Ben throws this one over the middle to Antonio Brown, who's going to pick up the first down. I'm pretty sure Darren Lee was manning up on Antonio Brown, which is about as big of a mismatch as you can possibly get with those 2 respective positions. Nothing against Darren Lee, but of course most cornerbacks can't even cover Antonio Brown. And that time a corner got beat by their 3rd string 70 overall wide receiver. Not sure how that one happened, but it was a huge gain there for the Steelers. Le'Veon Bell takes this one to the outside. Great blocking there by that tight end or wide receiver. Didn't really pay attention who it was. Marcus May misses a tackle. Darren Lee brings down Le'Veon from behind as he's nearing in on 200 yards on the day. The Steelers trying to score again to extend their lead, and that's exactly what they do. Le'Veon Bell picks up another touchdown, having a monster performance right now. His 2nd rushing touchdown, pretty much 200 yards on the ground. Can't really ask for too much more from him. Sam Darnold, very clean pocket, fires to a wide open receiver, completely misses the throw. Sam Darnold cannot get a grip on the football right now. 2nd and 10. Darnold again, pretty good pocket presence. Throws this one to Robbie Anderson. That was a beautiful throw. I'm not sure how he makes that one, but misses the pass before. But whatever, it happens. 2nd and 10 now. Sam Darnold, the offensive line, deciding to block now, which is nice to see. Keywan McGee makes the catch in traffic. That was not an easy grab to make. Comes down with that one. 2nd and 17. Darnold dropping back. Again, good protection. Throws this one over the middle to Keywan McGee, who somehow comes down with that one. Hasn't had many catches so far today, but has made some fantastic ones. 4th and goal now for the Jets. Quick pass there to Council for the touchdown, and the Jets are not out just yet. The score is going to be 34-20. It's a 2-possession game with about 11 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, as I think Avery Williamson there whiffs on the tackle. Le'Veon Bell picks up a first down. It could have been a tackle for loss if Williamson, I'm pretty sure that's who it was, if he played it a little better. Big Ben, though, rolling to the right side. 3rd down and 10. That would have been a huge stop for the Jets, but Juju Smith-Schuster makes the diving grab. 3rd and 14. The Jets just desperately trying to hold the Steelers to nothing right now. They cannot do that again. They convert another 3rd and long. Scott wide open in the middle of the field takes us to the 20-yard line. It's looking bleak now for the Jets. There's not too much time left. They're in field goal range for sure, but it doesn't even matter. Vance McDonald is going to catch that pass and run into the end zone for another touchdown. The score is now 41-20. The game is essentially out of reach here for the Jets, just trying to pad some stats. Tevin Coleman makes a man miss, breaks another tackle, and breaks one more tackle for good measure on his way to the 42-yard line, heading towards the sideline there. 3rd and 10, Sam Darnold dropping back. Not too much pressure in his face once again, finds Avery Cross for the first down. The pass protection has not been horrible. The only time that Darnold has really been sacked has been like free rushers up the middle or something. But other than that, the one-on-ones have been pretty good. 4th down and goal. Just Dallas Goedert couldn't get his head turned around in time, and that is pretty much just going to end the game there. I think the Steelers ended up getting another field goal. But Sam Darnold, 17 for 35, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Pretty poor performance. His accuracy was definitely a problem today. He did have 248 yards, which isn't too bad. Tevin Coleman, 12 for 77 and a touchdown. Avery Cross was injured for most of the game, but even when he was in, he was 10 for 22. Robbie Anderson still ended up getting over 100 yards. Avery Cross, though, still got 5 catches for 40 yards. Kewan McGee made 2 grabs, but in tight congestion there. And then the touchdown was scored by Council. 3 sacks led up by the offensive lineman. Avery Williamson led the team with 11 tackles. He also led the team with 3 tackles for loss. He had a pretty good performance. 3 sacks, though, from Jordan Jenkins, 2 from Henry Anderson, so the pass rush was pretty good today. And then the 1 interception from Avery Williamson. So the Jets will lose 2 straight games. Hopefully they can bounce back next week and come away with a victory. I'm not entirely sure who they play next week, but we'll figure that out then. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.